Hey guys, it's Alex. Today we're gonna put together a Gen 2 motor that I got from Power by the Hour for like cheap money because it had a, let's just say, a piston failure or a broken ringland. Come to find out that the bore wasn't that bad. It had a little bit of aluminum transfer. Ended up sanding, honing that, bought a new piston for $100 from Ford, bought rings from Ford for like $20, and I threw a new piston in there and was able to get it all assembled. This is how it currently sits. For those of you that follow the channel on Patreon and all that stuff, you've noticed that I've been putting together on my free time this Gen 2 motor, bone stock Gen 2 motor, nothing done to it, nothing fancy, stock cams, stock VCT, stock chains, stock everything. It does have a TSS oil pump gear. It does have TSS crank sprocket, TSS oil pump gears, and that's about it. That's how it came to me, with a busted piston. I honed it, cleaned it up, and now we're gonna try to assemble this today, meaning get everything all put together. The front cover, the cam covers, the oil pan and pickup, and then what I'm hoping, maybe not by the end of the video, but by the end of the weekend, this is the long Labor Day weekend, I'm hoping to have this mated to the Turbo 400 in the Fairmont. Now, maybe I'll do that. I'll make this video one very long, multi-day thing, and maybe by the end of the video you'll see a motor assembled or everything assembled in the Fairmont, depending on what I feel like. It's Friday, I'm off today, got the AC going, got the fan just in case, gonna shut the door momentarily, got music going, I got a mess here that I gotta clean up, but I'm gonna try to get a bunch of work done because this is my quiet time, so I'm gonna just take my time, periodically show you progress, and hopefully, depending on motivation, we can have this thing in the Fairmont by the end of the weekend. There you go. Yeah, Jesus. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Alrighty. With a little pin. Wrong side? Oh yeah, totally the wrong side. There we go. Now, we're gonna flip it, secure the oil pan. The bolts, the front bolts are a little wonky. I gotta figure out if there's something wrong with that gasket. Then I gotta put this back plate on, but I have pretty much the top side done. So I might just finish the top side, put the intake on, flip it, work on the bottom and the back side, and then try to get the transmission and flex plate and everything installed. All right, we're getting there. I'm gonna put the shorties on there, and it's gonna probably run NA. So we'll see. Let me get the crank sensor in there, and we'll get after it. Okay, on to bay one it goes. Got the motor mounts on, so. Now let me do some sweeping. It's pretty nasty underneath there. Okay. Okay, bring the car in. had to grind off the previous trans mount stuff. That was a project that did not work out, so ground those off.
Okay, day one, got the motor in.
Okay, I'm gonna figure out the trans mount situation, but this is where I'm at right now. Motor is in. Transmission is made it to the motor. Torque converter, flex plate, everything is where it needs to be. I was very happy that this gantry yet again paid itself off by being able to install the motor super easily with some slings, so everything went together nicely. So the motor is in, transmission is in. I'm gonna install the Sullivan carbureted intake because that's what it was meant for. The whole time you guys thought it was for the Corvette. No, it was for this. So I've already painted most of the front area. A couple of touch-up spots I'll do on the bottom, but I'm starting to get a little dehydrated. So I said, okay, that's enough. Get inside, get rehydrated, come back, fight another day. But that is the update. I am making progress. Once intake goes in, I'll get an NA carburetor. I'll figure out the header situation. Maybe talk to Ultimate Headers again. Alternator, everything, radiator. I have all that stuff. It's just a matter of putting it in and getting after it. And then we'll decide what we're going to do in terms of a battery, wiring up the car, and then, you know, battery, cable, electronic wiring. I know there are kits out there that Radioactive Fabrication showed me, but I said, you know what, let me see what Jake thinks, but I'll take Radioactive Fabrication's word for it because he's done it a million times. But there you go. I'll give you an update as to what engine management we're going to go with. I'll jerry rig up a temporary setup. The cams are VCT, but VCT will not be active because I'm just going to get it running, make sure nothing's knocking weird, make sure it's not smoking crazy. And then after that, we'll start putting things together and make it look like a car again and drive it around NA with VCT control, and we'll see how all that goes. I apologize for the lack of an in-depth update, but I wanted to let you know that all I've been doing is working on the cars. Not only the GT500, not only the white car, this one, and I got Jake's red truck out there that I'm messing with the shift schedule on, so I have it all week. So be on the lookout for videos on that truck too. Okay, for a shift schedule, I like a certain way the truck or car to feel. 10 speeds, I hate them because there's just so many gears and it's tough to make it feel decent. But what I did was, first is extremely short, right? I'm gonna come to a full stop so we can get a full run of no watt stuff, just normal drivability stuff. So here we go. Okay, so that's how I like the truck to feel at anything between 15 to 35% pedal. Obviously, the more pedal you give it, the higher the shifts are going to land, but that's just normal mode, non-sport shift. So then I toggle over 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I am in sport mode, and that is a sportier shift schedule. Let that car go a little bit so you can see what's happening. So you see, now it's shifting a little closer to 3,000 or 3,100 because it's now a sportier shift. And see how it held the gear? It didn't upshift after I let off. It actually decelerated, and only when I gave it more pedal and accelerated did it command the shift. Anything after 6th gear, I just let it stack a little bit. So I'm going to accelerate a little bit to get the OSS up and then let off the pedal. And it should upshift after, I think, 60 miles an hour because it's sport shift. So let's go over 60. There it is. So after that, it'll just kind of shift as normal. So basically it's sport in normal mode and what Jake would call sport plus in sport mode. So that's the shift schedule I've hammered out over the last couple of days to my liking. So before I make a bunch of changes, I'm going to see if Jake likes it when he gets back. And if he likes it, we can then convert this over to E85 and do all the other fun stuff. I also worked on brake boosting. A lot of changes need to happen on a truck with a stock converter if you want to brake boost and have it automatically shift in shifter position M, which would be manual mode, or manual mode is like what we call it. So I'll show you how the brake boosting looks. I'll show you the boost gauge while it's happening and just let it do a shift or two, nothing crazy. Let's do second, shifter position M, brake boost, show you what happens. There it is. automatically upshifts. I was able to brake boost, give it some boost. It's got an 8-pound spring in it, and it's doing exactly what we want. So in my opinion, this is pretty darn perfect. So I will let Jake mess with it, see if he likes it, and if he likes it, we'll convert it over to E85. Now the reason I'm doing this is so that in the event that somebody wants a sportier shift schedule, I have access to a calibration that I have driven, not something that I have not driven. I never owned a turbo truck, and I thought to myself, it's probably a good time to, you know, get some data, get the feel for it. And then if a customer's like, hey, let me get Jake's shift schedule, here you go, copy paste, done. But the copy paste version I give him was something I vetted over 3 days. And it's a very simple change, just where the truck shifts, upshifts and downshifts. And if you have a turbo truck, I make a simple change so that you can brake boost and not rely on PCM tech, anti-lag, and all this other stuff that's probably expensive and wonky. And in my opinion, if you can brake boost properly, anti-lag is up to you if you want to get it. I am not here to sell a product. I'm here just to show you that there are changes that I can make based on what I feel, and that's why I think most tuners should drive the vehicle to get the best feel, and at least they know the changes that they're making, how they feel, and what to, you know, have the customer expect with that specific change. So hopefully Jake likes how this drives, because I love it, even though it's a 10-speed. Not a big fan. And if he does, we'll put it on 85, turn on the boost controller, get it up to 10 plus PSI, and see how it all goes there. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll talk to you later.